Okay, so again, the Coboconk Area Food Bank was funded. Now it was funded, the United Way money through ECSF was largely for food. We needed more food. So we adapted the food bank for changes in inventory purchasing and signage as well. Actually, we did do that. Okay, so we had again our meat supplier, and he disappeared, and then so we had to start purchasing meat for all the clients, not just the seniors, obviously. Also, our grocery retailers were really reluctant to supply us. We used to be able to go in and buy 2 cases of whatever, and they were like, no, you can't take this food off our shelves because we have to serve all of our community. And so we had to go to a wholesaler. So we had to buy a huge skid of food from a wholesaler in order to keep our program going. And so, and paper products, all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't necessarily that much cheaper, but we had to buy in larger quantity because we just couldn't get it otherwise. So a lot of the money went to the increased price of having to shop like that, basically. It was just increased amounts, like we had to buy more. So also cleaning supplies and PPE, they were very difficult to come by. So we had to pay higher prices than we expected to for that. And we had to keep them coming because clients were quite paranoid about the cleaning and the PPE. That was one thing that they were very anxious about again. And so we tried to supply them with that. The other thing is many of our food bank clients are seasonal workers up here, and they were frontline workers this summer in cottage country. And so they needed all this kind of stuff as well, because again, they're shopping locally, and again, the prices are up there, and they were working, but they couldn't quite make ends meet on minimum wage. So with the additional food. Well, the whole community benefit was our aim in all of this. Like we supply, so we try to purchase everything we can locally. And so, for instance, the meat supplier that we got was a local butcher. He brought in frozen stuff for us at a discounted rate, very generous actually. And we give them fresh food grocery cards, in denominations, and we get those from the local grocery store, and it can be used in Coboconk or Fenelon Falls. So both grocery stores are available for them. And we also had the opportunity to increase those dollar values of the grocery cards because, again, the food prices were going up, and their $10 wasn't doing anything for them, which I agree with. We're serving more clients. We're providing additional canned goods because of the cost of food. We're trying to supply a little bit more because we are making bigger bulk purchases, and we do have access to this funding, which we would not be supplying more if we didn't. We remained open and had money to purchase and remain open. And again, it's that food security for clients that we managed to provide all year long. As I mentioned before, I think they're very important, especially in rural areas, because they need to feel that they can access help and are not alone. As I said, the CAFB really relied on the United Way, the ECSF funding, the health unit, and the chamber to keep us funded, but also compliant, because we didn't want to be shut down, and we really tried to follow the rules. I also learned that people really want to help, like all of the community agencies, like people really want to help. There was a real outpouring, not only of a financial and food support, but of offer to help. Can we drive? Can we drop off food? And I think that's part of community service, like volunteer service. So. Again, continuing to deliver the service and being able to increase our distribution, because we are seeing like 1 or 2 new clients on a regular basis. So. Again, we measure it through like our computer system, and so it allows us to track and edit and make changes. One other thing I'd like to add, which is just an aside, we have a number of clients, we've received thank you cards a number of times this year, and just thank you for being open. And we've had a couple of clients who, you know, have to get rides to come, and the people who are driving them thank us for doing this for the clients. And that is immeasurable. It's, you know, it's not really tangible, but it is something we measure. Again, food security, knowing that there's another community service program out there willing to help. They know we have a phone number, we have an email, and I think it's reduced anxiety. So.
And are there...
Well, I just really like to thank the United Way for all of the funding, because you did make it possible. Like, we would have struggled to continue this service. We would have had to adapt and change without your funding. So I really, really do appreciate it.